Welcome back to Daily English Talk, the show where we chat about English in a way that's actually easy. I'm your host, Jack, and as always, I've got the amazing Sarah with me. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Jack. Hey, everyone listening. I'm so excited today because we're diving into something that's tricky for pretty much everyone. Grammar mistakes. Yep, those tiny little things that sneak into our texts, emails, or even social media posts and make us go, wait, did I just write that?
Exactly. I mean, we've all been there. Ever sent a text and realized later it made 0 sense? Or worse, sent it to your boss.
Oh, don't remind me. That moment when you meant to say, you're amazing, and it comes out as, you're amazing. Yikes. Grammar mistakes happen to the best of us. And the good news is, today we're going to make them way easier to spot and fix.
Yes, so whether you're writing emails, posting online, or just trying to sound a bit smarter in conversation, stick around because we've got the top 10 most common grammar mistakes and how to fix them coming up in this episode.
And of course, we'll keep it fun and casual, because who said learning grammar has to be boring?
Exactly. All right, let's get into it. So, Sarah, before we jump into the mistakes themselves, let's talk about why grammar even matters. I mean, some people say, who cares? Everyone makes mistakes. But is that really true?
Totally true that everyone makes mistakes, Jack. But here's the thing. Grammar actually affects how people understand us. One tiny mistake can totally change the meaning of a sentence. Like, imagine texting your friend, "Let's eat, Grandma," versus, "Let's eat, Grandma." Big difference, right?
Oh yeah, that's a classic. Suddenly you're planning a family dinner or committing a crime. Grammar saves lives.
Exactly. And it's not just about avoiding disasters. Good grammar makes your writing clear, professional, and even more confident. Think about it. If your emails or posts are full of mistakes, people might not take your message seriously.
And it's the same for spoken English too. Even small errors can confuse the listener. But here's the good news. Most of these mistakes are easy to fix once you know the rules. That's why today's episode is so practical.
Yep. By the end, you'll not only recognize these mistakes, but also have quick tricks to avoid them, without memorizing boring grammar rules.
So, let's stop worrying about the mistakes and start learning how to fix them. Ready for the first 5 mistakes, Sarah?
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
All right, we've talked about why grammar matters. Now it's time for the fun part. The 10 most common grammar mistakes that everyone makes, and the easy ways to fix them.
And trust me, Jack, you've probably made at least half of these yourself. Don't worry, we're not here to judge, just to help.
Exactly. We'll go through each one, give you examples, and show you a simple trick to remember the correct way. Ready to start?
Absolutely. Let's kick things off with one of the most common mistakes, mixing up there, and there.
So, let's break this down. First, there. You use it when something belongs to someone. Example, their dog is so cute. The dog belongs to them.
And then there's there, which is all about location. Like, the keys are over there on the table. Easy to remember, it points somewhere.
Finally, there is short for they are. Example, they're going to the movies tonight. People often confuse this one with there, and suddenly your sentence makes no sense.
Here's a trick I always use. If you can replace it with they are and it still works, it's there. If it shows ownership, it's there. And if it points to a place, yep, it's there.
Exactly. And honestly, we see this mistake everywhere. In social media posts, texts, emails, even news articles sometimes.
Yeah, grammar slips are everywhere. But the good news is, once you know the simple trick, you'll start noticing it immediately.
Next up, it's versus its. This one's sneaky because even native speakers get it wrong.
Right. So, its is short for it is or it has. Example, it's raining outside. Easy to remember. If you can replace it with it is or it has and it still makes sense, use its.
And its without the apostrophe shows possession, like the cat licked its paw. The paw belongs to the cat.
Fun fact, a lot of people put an apostrophe for its when they don't need it. So remember, apostrophe equals contraction, no apostrophe equals possession.
Once you get this trick, you'll stop making one of the most common English mistakes ever.
All right, mistake number 3. Your versus your. Another classic.
Your shows possession. Example, is that your phone? The phone belongs to you.
And your is a contraction for you are. Example, you're going to love this episode. If you can replace it with you are and it makes sense, it's your.
Honestly, this is probably the one I still have to think about sometimes, especially in texts when I'm typing fast.
Same here. Quick tip. If it sounds like you are when you say it in your head, go with your. Otherwise, your it is.
Moving on to number 4, subject-verb agreement. Basically, the subject and verb in a sentence need to match in number. Singular with singular, plural with plural.
For example, he runs every morning, singular. But they run every morning, plural. Easy, right?
Yet somehow people still say things like, they runs every morning, and we cringe inside.
Yeah, it's one of those mistakes that makes a sentence sound off. Quick tip, if your subject is he, she, or it, add an S to the verb. Otherwise, no S.
Once you notice it, your sentences suddenly start sounding a lot more professional, even in casual writing.
And last for this first half, misplaced modifiers. This happens when a descriptive word or phrase is in the wrong place, making the sentence confusing.
Example, I almost ate all the pizza. Wait, does that mean you ate all the pizza, or you didn't?
Exactly. The fix is simple. Place the modifier next to the word it describes. I ate almost all the pizza. Now it's crystal clear.
Little changes, big difference, and if you pay attention, you'll catch this in your own writing really fast.
All right, that's the first 5 mistakes down. 5 more to go after a quick recap.
All right, mistake number 6, dangling participles. Sounds fancy, but it's actually pretty simple once you see it in action.
Yeah, basically it happens when a descriptive phrase isn't next to the word it's supposed to describe. Like, running to catch the bus, my backpack fell off. Wait, who was running the backpack?
Exactly. That sentence is hilarious but confusing. The fix. Running to catch the bus, I dropped my backpack. Now it's clear who's running.
Little adjustment, big clarity. Keep the modifier next to the word it describes, and you're golden.
Number 7, double negatives. English learners often struggle with this, but it can also sneak into casual speech.
Right. Like someone saying, I don't need no help. Technically, that means the opposite of what they intended. The correct version, I don't need any help.
Simple fix. Only use one negative in a sentence. 2 negatives don't cancel each other out in English. They just confuse people.
And once you remember that, your sentences sound way more natural.
Mistake 8. Confusing adjectives and adverbs. This one comes up all the time.
Yep. Adjectives describe nouns, adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Example, she runs quick. Oops, that's wrong. Correct. She runs quickly.
Exactly. Or, he is a good singer. Adjective for the noun, singer. But he sings well. Adverb for the verb, sings.
Tip. If you're describing how someone does something, it's usually an adverb. Add ly in many cases, and you're safe. Mistake 9. Who versus whom. Don't worry, this is simpler than it looks.
Yep. Quick trick. If you could replace the word with he or she, use who. If you could replace it with him or her, use whom.
Example. Who is coming to the party? He is coming. Correct. But whom should I invite? I should invite him. Correct.
Once you remember the replacement trick, whom doesn't have to be scary anymore. And finally, number 10. Less versus fewer. This one pops up all the time in writing and speech.
Fewer is for countable things, less is for uncountable things. Example, fewer apples, yes. Less water, correct.
Easy trick. If you can count it one by one, use fewer. If it's a mass or abstract thing you can't count individually, use less.
So, next time you're in a grocery store or writing an article, you'll know the right choice immediately.
And just like that, we've covered the 10 most common grammar mistakes and how to fix them.
Woohoo! Woohoo! That was fun. And honestly, I feel like my own grammar just got a little sharper.
Before we wrap up, Sarah, I thought we could share a few quick bonus tips to help listeners improve their grammar every day.
Absolutely. Tip number 1, read out loud. When you hear your own sentences, mistakes often jump out.
Tip 2, use grammar check tools. They're super handy for emails or social media posts, but don't rely on them 100%. Still double-check yourself.
And tip 3, practice writing and speaking regularly. Even short daily exercises help a lot, like journaling, sending a practice email, or even chatting with a friend in English.
Little habits like these can make a huge difference over time. And the best part? They're easy to do and fit into your daily life.
Exactly. Grammar doesn't have to be scary or boring. Small steps, consistent practice, and you'll see improvement fast.
So, to recap, today we covered the 10 most common grammar mistakes. There/there/there, its/its, your/your, subject-verb agreement, misplaced modifiers, dangling participles, double negatives, adjectives versus adverbs, who versus whom, and less versus fewer.
And for each one, we gave you simple ways to spot them and fix them. Hopefully, you're already thinking about which ones you've been guilty of. I know I am.
Now it's your turn. Try spotting these mistakes in your own writing this week. Comment below with the one mistake you catch yourself making most often. We'd love to hear from you.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Plus, check out the rest of our Easy Conversation podcast playlist for more tips and fun English conversations.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, even small grammar fixes make a big difference.
See you next time, and until then, happy writing and chatting.